Previously in this responsive coffee website landing page, we created a full-screen navigation menu as well as set up the bases and CSS defaults for this website. So this is basically all that we created, a cute responsive full-screen nav bar highlighting all the sections that we will create in this coffee website. You can check out the first part of this coffee website design from the link in the description. And this is what we will make today. Plan is to get as many sections today as possible within 30 minutes mark. Plan is to get home, about and products section done by today, and the next part will be a final video for coffee website regardless of how long it may be. I hope you like these sections with pretty titles, animations, sliders and buttons. Please comment to share your opinions. Let's quickly go over the rest of this UI design so we can get to coding home section in HTML first. Please note that the next video will have the code for this entire website as well, so please subscribe to get notified for the final video of this coffee website. Also, I request that you watch the entire video or leave it playing on your phones and not skip it because I really need your help with this channel. That's it for the demo. Let's go structure our home section in HTML. So in previous videos as well as demo, I forgot to change the smoke coming out of the cup to look real, but now we will make it look real. And that's the rest of the home section. We start with a section tag with the classes home and banner, and an ID of home. This is the main container for the entire hero section. Inside it, we have a div with the class home container banner column. This acts as a flex or grid layout to organize everything horizontally or vertically depending on screen size. Now the first major element inside is the coffee cup container. It's wrapped in a div with the classes coffee cup container and banner image. Inside that, there's an image of the coffee cup and a div called smoke cont, which contains 3 divs with the class smoke. These are animated using CSS to create a rising steam effect. Next, we have the banner inner, which holds the main content. There's an h1 for the heading, AP tag for the description, and a custom div for the button. This button includes an animated border and a text section that includes an icon. Then on the far right, we have the banner links div. This includes 4 anchor tags, each one links to a different social media platform and uses remix icons for visual icons. Lastly, there's an overlay div placed at the bottom, which is likely used for layering visual effects over the background. So that's the full HTML setup. It's clean, organized, and built for modern styling and responsiveness. Now let's go over the CSS that styles the hero section. We start with home container, which sets a max width of 85%, centers it using margin 0 auto, and ensures it adjusts responsively. The home class gives our hero section a background image, applies padding, hides overflow, and ensures the content is positioned relatively. Next, banner column is a grid container that aligns items center and positions them relative with a higher z-index to keep them above any background effects. The banner image sets a max width for the coffee cup image and centers it using justify self-center. For the content side, banner inner uses flexbox with column direction and a gap between the heading, paragraph, and button. The banner links are positioned absolutely on the right side of the section. They're hidden on smaller screens with opacity 0 and visibility hidden, and made visible at larger screen sizes. Each icon scales on hover and changes color smoothly with transitions. Then there's the coffee cup container, which simply positions the image, and the smoke container. The smoke class is where things get animated. It uses a radial gradient to mimic soft steam, combined with blur filters and keyframe animations to simulate upward smoke movement. Each smoke div has a slight delay to stagger the effect, and there's also a smaller before element that adds more subtle smoke details. The keyframes for smoke animation and small smoke anim control the vertical movement and fade of the smoke to make it feel natural and airy. responsiveness, media queries kick in at 768 pixels and 1024 pixels. These adjust the layout from a single column to 2 columns, change the image size, and make the social links visible on larger screens. Now let's see the outcome of this home section code. What happened to the vertical line about icons? Gotta add some color and transform here. This seems to look pretty enough. Let's work on about section now. Look how this looks like a pretty about section, so let's make it into reality. This is the HTML structure for our about section. We start with a section that has both a class and ID of about. Inside it is the main wrapper called ABT container, which holds everything in this section. Let me just fix the font size. It looks a bit small for a heading. Next is a div with the class title that displays the About Us heading. Then we have an empty img contain div. This is where the background image will go using CSS. Below that, the ABT content div wraps two content blocks, ABT story and ABT story right. Each block will include a medium heading, a subheading, and a paragraph. The left one talks about our story, and the right one focuses on our coffee. This layout sets us up perfectly for a clean, responsive two-column design on larger screens. Now let's go over the CSS for the About section. We start by styling the ABT container. It takes full viewport height, some padding, and centers everything. The text color is pulled from our primary color variable. The title is positioned absolutely so we can place it outside the main content for a cool overlapping effect. On desktop, it even shifts more to the left. Then there's the img contain. This is where our animated background image lives. It's positioned behind the content using z-index, and we apply a subtle bounce animation using a keyframe called jump. The ABT content uses flexbox to center everything, with spacing between the two main columns. It's also set to wrap so it's fully responsive. Now for the two story sections, ABT story and ABT story right. Both are column flex containers with some vertical gap. On smaller screens, they're full width and stacked. But once we hit tablet size, each side takes up around 46% and they sit side by side. Finally, we adjust margins and text alignment for larger screens, like pushing the right content to the left and aligning it to the right for that nice zigzag layout. That needs media queries like right now for the different layout styles. On large screens, the About section splits into two columns. Our story, on the left, our coffee, on the right. Each side takes up about 46%, with aligned text and clean spacing. The animated background image adds motion, while the title sits boldly in the top left. Man, this AI voiceover is hot, anyways. Cute, responsive About section hopefully makes you crave a cup of coffee. But not me, I hate coffee. I love this coffee website though. Now comes one of the scary sections that took the most time. Product section with circular radial product slider that has some text in the middle, along with the button. We also have a giant title behind the active image that has no color but just outline. I hope you like this product slider, its text animations and everything, because it's time to code this product section in HTML. This section builds our circular coffee product slider. We start with a section element with the ID, products, and a heading that says, Our Coffee Collection. Inside the main product container, we have the circular slider, which holds the coffee name, the rotating image slider, and product descriptions. The slider uses an unordered list with 5 li elements, each showing a different coffee image. Each li has a custom variable img number to help position the images in a circle. Below that, we have a description section, where each coffee has its own desk item with a name, a short paragraph, and a Buy Now button. Only one product is active at a time, and the rest are hidden. This layout sets the stage for a smooth, interactive slider experience. For the CSS, we start by centering everything inside centered using Flexbox. Product container adds padding and sets the base text color. The main circular structure is styled using circular slider, which is sized using custom properties. The wrapper holds the slides and is rotated with a smooth transition. Each slide's element is absolutely positioned in a circle using Rotate C and Translate Y, and the images are scaled with a hover effect. The coffee name is animated with a stroke effect and changes position and opacity when active. The description section is absolutely positioned and only shows the desk item that's active. We use transitions for a smooth appearance when switching products. Seems like after a century this product section CSS is done except the giant title behind the active image that is not always in center of the image. We will use media queries to adjust spacing and positioning on different screen sizes to make sure everything stays responsive. Let's hope this transform value works for this coffee name. I think I should have handled this title differently, but I am a human that makes mistakes and video is already recorded, so I won't change anything. Sorry to make you all suffer as much as any other web developer that hates media queries. Finally, this product slider seems sorted in terms of style, but what about its functions? We start JavaScript by selecting key elements like the circular slider, coffee name, each slide, description items, and the images inside the slides. We loop through each slide, and when one is clicked, we rotate the whole slider using Rotate Z based on the slide's index. This gives us the smooth spinning effect. Then we update the coffee name by grabbing the corresponding name from the description and adding the active class with the delay for animation timing. Next, we reset all images and description items by removing their active classes. Finally, we activate the clicked image and the matching description so only the selected coffee's info shows up with a smooth animation. It's a super interactive and clean way to let users explore the coffee collection. Let's see the outcome of this product section and hope no changes are required so we can all go and drink tea, coffee. If you have been dealing with my dead humor for 28 minutes straight, then